Thank you for joining me for this video and hope you have a fantastic day so far. And let me tell you one thing this morning. Every time you make a mistake, you correct yourself and move on to make a newer mistakes. And that's the way you learn anything on this planet. Welcome back to this channel, and those who have been in this channel for a long time might know that I have created a playlist. In that playlist, I have uploaded so many topics briefly but clearly. So practice every day pretty much. And coming back to the topic today is on mathematical induction. So this is related to MFCS DMS DMGT and Intermediate 1A. So in this video, using mathematical induction, we are going to solve or prove 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus and so on n cube, which is equal to n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4 for every n belongs to a natural number. So using mathematical induction, we are going to solve this. So here, what is given? The nth term is given as n cube. So in the solution, see first one. So the question itself, we have to construct this as a statement. Let S of n be the given statement. So what is step 1? So the step 1, according to the mathematical induction, we have to consider or take n is equal to 1 in LHS and as well as RHS. So this is as there is equal to here. So this is the LHS part and this is the RHS part. So in the LHS part, so what is there? 1 cube is there. So 1 cube is nothing but 1. So LHS we got the value as 1, and whereas this is the RHS part, right hand side. So this is n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4. So in this, if you keep n is equal to 1, see here this will be 1 square into 1 plus 1 whole square by 4, which is equal to 2 square by 4, which is equal to 4 by 4, which the value is 1. So the LHS value is 1 and the RHS value is 1. We just say that LHS is equal to RHS and S of 1 is equal to 0. The statement is true when n is equal to 1. So here, the first step according to the mathematical induction is we have to take n is equal to 1, and now the statement is true for n value is equal to 1. And the next step we have to consider as we have to assume that S of k is true. So we have to assume, we have to take it for granted that it is true for n is equal to k. So this is the question here in place of n. So we have to put n is equal to k. See here, wherever you find n, I have substituted k here. So there is n here, I have substituted k. So here there is n, this is k. So after keeping n is equal to k, we have to construct this equation as equation 1. Clear? The first step, we have to check whether it is true for n is equal to 1 in LHS and RHS. And next step, we have to consider it is true for n is equal to k. And then the third step, see here. So we have to prove that S of k plus 1 is true. So no, we have to prove that. So in order to prove that, we have to consider the nth term. What is the nth term here? N cube. So this is the nth term here. And now k plus 1th term will be in place of n, we have to keep k plus 1. So in place of n, if we keep k plus 1 here, so this will be k plus 1 whole cube. Now adding this k plus 1th term on both sides of the equation 1. So what is equation 1? So the equation 1 is nothing but after keeping n is equal to 1, so this is equation 1. So in this equation, so we have to add this k plus 1th term. So the k plus 1th term is nothing but k plus 1 whole cube. So this is whole cube. And now, so in k plus 1, so this is k plus 1 whole cube is added on both sides of the equation 1. So here these two terms are added on both sides of the equation 1. Equation 1 is nothing but after keeping n is equal to k. Now I have taken this RHS part. So right hand side part, and now I'm going to solve this. So here, if you see between 4 and 1, the LCM value is equal to 4. After taking 4 as LCM, so this will be k square into this value is k plus 1 whole square plus 4 times of this value is k plus 1 whole cube. And see, now I can take k plus 1 whole square common from these two terms. After taking k plus 1 whole square common from this, so this is k plus 1 whole square. If I take common, this will be k square plus 4 times of, this is 1 time of k plus 1. See here by 4. And clearly, if you observe this one, so this will be k plus 1 whole square into. So this value is k square plus 4k plus 4 by this value is 4. So here this value is nothing but k plus 1 whole square. So this can be written as a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this is a square plus 2 into. So this value is a into b plus this value is 2 square by 4. So this is of the form a square plus 2ab plus b square, which is equal to. So this can be written as a plus b whole square. So this value is a and this value is b. So this is a plus b whole square by 4. See here, this is the RHS part of the equation 1 after adding the k plus 1th term. So here, if you see the nth term here, so what is the nth term here? So this is the RHS part. So this RHS part according to this side is kn square into this is n plus 1 whole square by 4. Clear? So this is n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4. So this is in the right hand side. So here if you observe in place of this one, so what I can write? So I can manage this as k plus 1 whole square into this is k plus 1 whole square by 4. So if you observe this one, in place of n we have k plus 1. So in place of 1 we have k plus 1, and this is again of the form n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4. So which is satisfying the equation that is s of k plus 1 is true. Therefore, if it is true for n is equal to 1, if it is true for n is equal to 2 and so on, if it is true for n is equal to k and so on, k plus 1. So it is true for every natural number, and therefore our statement, what is our statement? That is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus and so on n cube value is equal to this is n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4 for every n belongs to natural number is true according to the mathematical induction. And let me explain you once again. So first of all, this is the question given. So in this question, we have to use mathematical induction to solve. So using mathematical induction, so this is the statement here. The step 1 is nothing but we have to take n is equal to 1. So here the LHS part is 1 cube. So 1 cube is 1, and in the RHS part, so this is the part, and in this if you keep n is equal to 1, so here this the value is also 1. So here LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore the statement is true for n is equal to 1. And the next step what we have to take is we have to assume that it is true for n is equal to k. So in this equation, if you keep n is equal to k, so consider this equation as equation 1. And in the step 3, we have to prove that it is true for n is equal to k plus 1. So here, what is the nth term here? N cube. So in this nth term, we have to keep n is equal to k plus 1. This will be k plus 1 whole cube. So in this equation 1, so on both sides of this equation 1, we have to add k plus 1 whole cube and k plus 1 whole cube as it is the k plus 1th term. So after adding, consider this RHS part. So this is the RHS part, and after taking 4 as LCM and solving, so this is of the form n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4, where n is substituted by k plus 1. So LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, the statement is true when n is equal to k plus 1. Therefore, this is the RHS part from the given equation, and this is substituted by k plus 1. Therefore, it is satisfied with n is equal to k plus 1. So the equation is satisfied with n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, and so on. N is equal to k and k plus 1, and so on. According to the mathematical induction, we conclude that it is true for every natural number. Therefore, the given statement, that is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus and so on n cube, which is equal to n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4, is true according to the mathematical induction. Thank you so much for watching. You know what to do. Please go to the playlist. Please check all the videos which I have uploaded. So many topics are there, and it will be damn easy if you follow each and every video, because each and every video is very, very important. I have taken from the previous question papers. And if you really like, you know what to do, please raise your thumb, pass it on to your friends, subscribe to this channel, stay connected, and I'll be uploading so many videos related to this series. Have a look at those, and those are also very, very important. Thank you for staying till the end. Thank you so much.